T from JazzEveryone.com is back again to bring you Toot and Tell number 3. In this session, Mark Prather, a 52-year young second grade school teacher in Riverside, California, did some tooting on another YouTube for Uncle Willie. So I'm going to tell Mark and you what I think. Mark has a serious background in music. He played lead in the 1985 1 o'clock North Texas Lab Band, put some time in on the road before he realized he wanted a real life, and has only recently gotten serious about playing jazz. He's done his homework, he has some good vocabulary, knows his horn, knows the changes. So when you're at this point, what's missing? Well, in my opinion, it's usually all about the phrasing. So here's a rhythm matrix I've created to help you visualize how to improve this aspect of your playing. In 4/4 time, an accent on beats 2 and 4 create the basic syncopated time feeling in swing and jazz rock music. As you can see, in each measure there's a pyramid with an accent over the third beat. This creates an upbeat feeling in the middle of the measure that makes it easy to control your phrasing. This allows you to feel your melodies moving to the chord change on the downbeat of the next measure. When I listened to Mark play Another You, the things I really liked were related to the way they feel and how the phrases move through the changes. The weak spots in most performance often occur when the phrasing breaks down. I'm going to use the rhythm matrix to evaluate Mark's performance. Here's a color-coded evaluation scale that I created to track and rate his performance on a measure-by-measure basis. As Mark plays, you'll see the matrix with the changes and a color from the evaluation scale in each measure on the screen. Dark green is for very good or strong. Light green is for good and solid. Pink is for weak and wandering. And red is off or lost. I've also written some comments over the 4-bar phrases. Mark plays 3.5 choruses. There's 16 measures on each page, and all of the measures are numbered. So if you have trouble keeping your place the first time through, watch the video again. Okay, here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think you'll agree that Mark knows what he's doing. He's got a fine sound, knows some good vocabulary, has a great eighth note feel, and very solid musical ideas and instincts. When good players like Mark have a problem, it's usually when they lose control of the phrasing, or maybe when they try to double time when the tempo is just a little too fast to phrase and make sense, unless, of course, you're Charlie Parker. And, by the way, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce Mr. Prather and his three-legged vocal coach, Senor Diego. Before we finish this lesson, I'm going to give you an example of how to work on your phrasing with the matrix. Start with some simple licks formed on the accented third beats. You'll realize how easy it is to make musical sense with every phrase you play. Make sure you leave some space until you really feel where that third beat accent occurs and how to use it to start your phrase. Here's a 16-bar example on the screen. I'll play these patterns for you now. If you listen carefully to this example, you'll hear how easy it is to build, connect, and develop these simple licks into more comprehensive patterns.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, now I'll improvise a little bit for you, keeping the matrix in mind.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If you come to the Jazz Everyone website, you can download a copy of the rhythm matrix and a matrix with changes from the Toot and Tell examples of Another You. So I'm going to close the session out with an up-tempo version of Another You. The phrasing on this, I'm using a little different matrix to show you how I'm thinking and feeling about this. The upbeat accent is actually on the first beat of the second measure in these 4-bar phrases. So take a look, and before we get out of here, I would like to thank Mr. Mark Prather and Diego again for a great job. All right, see you in the next Toot and Tell.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you.